Hi, so you have a groundbreaking idea. What benefit can come from it? Have you ever thought about it? If you have some innovation which is technically a solution for you, you should always go ahead and file a patent application on it. How to do that? There are various ways to proceed and get profit out of your invention. I'll give you a step-by-step process. Hi, I'm Bhumika. I'm from Khurana & Khurana Advocates and IP Attorneys, IP and Legal Filings. So welcome to our channel. We will be proceeding on how we should go about with an innovation. Firstly, whenever you have any innovative idea, you should always check if it's fulfilling the criteria of patentability and the further criteria of industrial applicability as well as being non-obvious. So you'll think, what is novelty? Novelty means if in case that subject matter is already in the system or not. That is, if somebody else has filed a patent application over it, or maybe published a blog, a journal, or in anything which is in the public domain, basically. Okay. Secondly, what is being non-obvious? Non-obvious means is that you should have certain inventive steps, that is certain methodologies associated, that what steps you are taking to actually go ahead and finding a solution to a problem which was already existing. So this third step is industrial applicability. That is, the solution that you're coming up with, a technical solution that you're coming up with, should be able to be industrially applicable. Okay. Once you are fulfilling these criteria, we can proceed on getting a novelty search done properly with the help of a professional, or you can do it yourself as well. Once the novelty is clear, the second step, the most important steps comes is preparing a draft of patent application. So it can be done in two ways, one being the provisional application, the second being the complete application. So what is the difference and why you should opt for either provisional or complete? I'll explain you. Provisional means in case your subject matter is still in the process of making, that is, you feel like there would be certain add-ons, certain changes happening. So these changes could be so that could actually change the invention also. So what you could do is take the broader version of the invention and file a provisional application, so that you can at least protect your priority date and nobody in between files. Even if they file, later your application becomes an objection for it. So once you file a provisional application, the patent office will not take any action. Please keep this in mind, that no action will be taken from the patent office on your provisional application. It is just for the priority basis, right? Once this priority is claimed, the patent office provides us 12 months of time to file a complete application. So this complete application will be having the entire details, including the drawings, the claims and the specifications, which will go to the patent office, and the further actions will start happening. So the automated by default action that happens after the complete is filed is publication. So anything and everything which the patent office will receive as a complete work will be published eventually, which will take around 18 months plus time. In case you want to fast track, if you feel like you don't want to wait 18 months, you can just quickly file an early publication request, which is just form 9, and then the application gets published in between 30 to 45 days. Once the application is published, next stage is filing a request for examination. So what is a request for examination? Why it is important? So you have to keep in mind, whatever application goes on to the patent office, not everything is directly going for examination. You have to keep in a request. You have to put in a request, that is via form 18 or 18A. 18 being the regular request for examination and 18A being the expedited. So not everybody gets the expedited options. Either you have to be a startup, an MSME, or a female inventor applicant to proceed for filing an 18A, that is the expedited request. The only difference being that in expedited you will require a less amount of time, while in the regular it will take at least 1 to 2 years for your FER, which is basically the first examination report. In short, it is an objection report from the patent office on your work. So this will come either in a regular mode in 1 to 2 years or in expedited mode in between 6 to 8 months. So this is your choice. As per the applicability, you can proceed on file the request for examination. Once the request for examination is filed, the patent office will review your work. They will take their own time, which could be as per the request being expedited or the regular mode, and then they will come back with the FER, which is called as with the FER report, which is first examination report, or the objection report from their side. So this objection report will be citing all the prior arts, that is whatever is existing in the system which is related to your subject matter, which is basically an objection for you, and patent office is saying, until unless you clarify this, we will not grant the application to you. Okay. So what will happen? The next stage is that we have to draft a response to it. Once the response is drafted, we have to again file it to the patent office. They will review it. If they are okay with everything, you got the patent, you got the grant of it. If not, then you don't have to lose the hope. You can still go ahead and you will receive a hearing notice from the patent office, wherein either you or your patent attorney or the person or the professional you're taking help with will be attending the hearing and will be arguing with the controller, taking his amendments. Once the amendments are received, you can just write in a written response to it and file it back to the patent office. Once they receive, this is the final stage from our side, that is, we have given whatever best we could, and now the decision is pending with the patent controller. They will review, they might take 1 to 2 months or maybe a little 6 to 7 months also, and they will come back with the final decision, which will be the disposal decision, either accepting or refusing your work. And it is basically the renewal fee that we have to pay to the patent office every year. So this is also important. Always keep in mind, even if the patent application is granted, never forget to pay the annuities. Otherwise, it will be lapsed. Thank you so much. I hope it was clear.